With a roar that can carry over 8 kilometers, the lion is not only a symbol of strength, but the true king of the African savanna. Every step it takes radiates confidence, and every gaze exudes authority. In the wild, where survival is a ruthless game, the lion stands at the top of the food chain, cold, decisive, and merciless when necessary. But what happens when it chooses the wrong opponent? This video will take you into the most unexpected and bizarre battles of lions in the wild, where the predator can suddenly become the prey. Get ready to be immersed in the untamed world, where power and brutality reign supreme. We begin with the wildebeest, a herbivore that lives in large herds across the African savanna. They are easily recognized by their curved horns and incredible running speed. Always alert and united, wildebeests often rely on group coordination to evade predators. However, once separated from the herd, they become easy targets for lions' skilled hunters that rely on ambush tactics and highly effective group attacks. As the lion pride drew near, the herd of wildebeests reacted unexpectedly, putting up a fierce resistance in an attempt to drive back the predators. But the difference in strength was too great, and panic quickly set in, sending the herd scattering in all directions. In the chaos, one slower wildebeest was brought down by a lion. With a single bite to a vital spot, the prey collapsed, leaving it no chance of survival. By the riverbank, a herd of wildebeests cautiously began crossing the treacherous waters. Not far away, lions lay in ambush among the tall grass, eyes locked onto every movement of their prey. They waited patiently for a moment of weakness. When a few calves strayed from the herd and lagged behind, the opportunity arrived. One lion burst forward like a flash of lightning, swiftly capturing a young wildebeest in an instant. Despite the prey's fierce struggle, it couldn't escape the predator's powerful claws. Next is the rhinoceros. Rhinos are large animals native mainly to Africa and Asia, easily recognized by the prominent horn on their snout. With armor-like thick skin and a solid muscular build, they typically live solitary lives and roam vast territories. Though herbivorous, rhinos are far from gentle when they feel threatened. When provoked, they can charge with surprising speed, using their horn as a deadly weapon. Even lions, the apex predators of the savanna, are cautious in the face of this powerful and aggressive creature. A lone rhinoceros unexpectedly wandered into lion territory, instantly putting the entire pride on high alert. Cold, piercing eyes followed the intruder's every move. Within moments, the lions spread out, forming a circle to trap their target. But the rhino showed no fear. With its sharp horn and massive frame, it stood firm like a steel wall, ready to respond to any attack. As the lions began to approach from multiple directions, the rhino suddenly charged forward, unleashing a powerful thrust that forced the pride to retreat to avoid injury. Faced with such overwhelming strength and determination, the lions were left with no choice but to abandon their assault and quietly withdraw from the uneven confrontation. Next is the warthog, one of the iconic animals of Africa, often found in open woodlands, dry grasslands, and wetlands. Warthogs have sturdy bodies, long snouts, and sharp, curved tusks that serve as effective weapons for self-defense against predators. With their keen sense of smell, they can dig for food, such as roots, insects, and small underground creatures. Although they may appear slow and sluggish, warthogs can react with surprising speed when threatened, showing great tenacity and even turning to fight back, including against formidable predators like lions or leopards. Their courage and fierce resistance have made warthogs a formidable opponent in the wild. During the harsh, rainy season when food becomes scarce, a lioness is forced to hunt with more caution and patience than ever before. For several days, she silently observed, memorizing the locations of warthog burrows scattered throughout the area. Finally, an opportunity arose when an adult warthog strayed from its group and wandered into an open field. Hidden in the soaked underbrush, the lioness quietly approached and then launched a precise pounce, bringing the prey down instantly. Wasting no time, she dragged the carcass to a safe spot and let out a familiar call. Moments later, her cubs came running, eagerly sharing the precious meal, the result of patience, hunting instinct, and the sacred bond of motherhood in the wild. Three male lions worked in perfect coordination, pulling a warthog out from deep within its burrow. Their muscles tensed with each tug, and clouds of dust rose, blanketing the entire area. Once the prey was dragged from its hiding place, all three lions lunged in, launching a relentless attack on its weak points. The warthog struggled fiercely, but quickly grew exhausted under the combined strength and teamwork of the three predators. Within minutes, the prey collapsed, motionless. The battle ended, leaving behind a heavy silence across the wild land that had just witnessed a brutal fight for survival. With overwhelming strength, the lion used all its force to pull the warthog out of its burrow. Not giving the prey a chance to react, it immediately struck at a vulnerable spot. Before the warthog could fight back, it was overwhelmed by a series of precise and relentless blows. Within seconds, the prey collapsed, motionless. The hunt ended swiftly, and the lion claimed its well-earned reward as the apex predator of the wild. Hidden in the thick grass, the lion suddenly burst out, attacking and bringing down the warthog in an instant. A tense struggle followed, with the prey desperately thrashing to escape the claws of death. But the lion held firm, relentlessly striking at its weak points, using its full strength to pin the warthog down. Gradually, the warthog weakened under the tightening grip. Within minutes, it collapsed, no longer able to resist. The hunt was over, and the lion claimed its reward, a testament to its patience and power. A warthog that had strayed from its herd wandered into the sights of a lion pride. Immediately, the group became alert, their sharp eyes locked onto the prey. Without a sound, they crept closer, every step carefully calculated. Once within striking distance, the entire pride lunged forward, attacking with overwhelming speed and power. Roars echoed through the air, and the ground trembled beneath the forceful charges of the predators. The warthog had no time to react. It was brought down and killed within seconds. The hunt ended swiftly, another decisive victory for the lion pride. Under the scorching sun of the savannah, a group of warthogs grazed peacefully, unaware of the danger creeping closer. A lion lay hidden in the tall grass, eyes locked onto the herd. When one warthog strayed from the group, the lion sprang forward like an arrow, delivering a powerful pounce that brought the prey down instantly. Within seconds, other lions arrived, surrounding and swiftly tearing into the warthog. Despite its efforts to resist, the warthog was quickly overpowered by the lion's overwhelming strength. And finally, the hyena, a carnivore with a somewhat bizarre appearance and its signature cackling laughter, stands as one of the most resilient survivors on the African savanna. Often mistaken for mere scavengers, hyenas are in fact skilled hunters, capable of taking down prey with sheer strength and tightly coordinated teamwork. They possess incredibly powerful jaws, strong enough to crush bones, and employ hunting strategies no less sophisticated than those of lions. The relationship between hyenas and lions is one of constant tension. Both species compete fiercely for territory, food, and dominance within the food chain. At times, a large pack of hyenas can drive a lioness away from her kill. Yet, a single well-timed pounce from a male lion can send an entire clan of hyenas scattering in fear. It is an endless battle between the hyena's persistence and numbers versus the lion's raw power and authority. A clash between two forces in a wild world where there's no room for the weak. A zebra carcass lying in the dry grass quickly became the center of a fierce struggle between two dominant forces of the savannah: the hyena clan and the lion pride. The hyenas arrived first, swarming around the body, tearing at the flesh in a frenzy. But their joy was short-lived. From the distance, the lions appeared, their eyes cold, their steps full of power. Without hesitation, they advanced, roaring as if to declare their claim. The hyenas tried to hold on to their meal, but overwhelmed by the lion's sheer strength and commanding presence, they were forced to retreat, little by little. The confrontation was tense but brief. The lions swiftly drove the hyenas away, reclaiming the zebra carcass as their prize. The battle ended with victory for the lions, the undisputed rulers of this unforgiving land. We've just witnessed some unbelievable lion attacks. If you love fascinating stories about the wild and want to see more thrilling life and death battles, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any videos on this amazing journey of exploring nature. Crocodiles are large predatory reptiles that primarily inhabit freshwater regions like rivers, lakes, and swamps. They are famous for their sharp teeth, incredible bite force, and their ability to ambush prey with shocking precision. With their thick skin, long bodies, and agile swimming skills, crocodiles are among the most dangerous predators in the wild. But what happens when they choose the wrong opponent? This video will take you through the most unusual and surprising battles of crocodiles in the wild, where the predator can unexpectedly become the prey. Get ready to dive into the wild world where power and brutality rule. The wildebeest is one of the iconic animals of the African savanna. Distinguished by its muscular body, large head, and characteristic curved horns, they migrate in herds of thousands in search of fresh grass, often needing to cross perilous rivers like the Mara River. It is in these rivers that crocodiles lie in wait, ambushing the wildebeests beneath the murky waters. As the herd crosses, the crocodiles use the current and chaos to launch a surprise attack, A single strike from the crocodile's jaws can bring down its prey in an instant. The confrontation between the wildebeest's daring and the crocodile's ruthlessness is a fierce yet majestic part of the natural cycle of survival. By the riverbank, as the wildebeest herd drinks from the water, a crocodile suddenly emerges from the surface, clamping down tightly on the neck of one wildebeest and dragging it into the river. Using its signature spinning technique, the crocodile quickly overpowers the prey, leaving it with no chance to fight back. The attack is swift and fierce, causing the entire herd to panic and scatter in chaos, fleeing from the riverbank. The wildebeest is suddenly grabbed by the crocodile's jaws while drinking by the river. It thrashes desperately to escape, but each time it tries to move forward, the crocodile tightens its grip. Unable to break free immediately, the wildebeest waits for the right moment. After several failed attempts, when the crocodile becomes careless and loosens its hold, the wildebeest seizes the opportunity and charges toward the shore. Though it narrowly escapes the predator's clutches, it carries the painful scars of the life or mass struggle. The crocodile suddenly clamps down on the wildebeest's mouth, quickly using its signature spinning technique underwater to subdue the prey. However, the wildebeest is not so easily defeated. It fights back fiercely, thrashing and kicking violently, causing the crocodile to tighten its grip even more. The struggle is intense and heart-pounding. But in a moment when the crocodile loses focus, the wildebeest delivers a decisive kick and charges toward the shore, narrowly escaping the jaws of death, carrying the painful wounds of a life or math battle. The wildebeest is suddenly attacked by the crocodile, which clamps down on its front leg. In pain, the wildebeest thrashes, trying to escape the razor-sharp jaws. It struggles to lift its injured leg while using all its strength to push forward toward the shore. But the crocodile doesn't miss its chance, tightening its grip. Just as the wildebeest escapes the bite on its front leg, the crocodile strikes again, this time latching on to its hind leg. As its strength wanes, the final deadly attack comes straight for the neck, the most vulnerable point. Struck in a fatal spot, the wildebeest collapses, unable to fight back, and quickly becomes the predator's meal. As the herd of wildebeests crosses the river, a crocodile suddenly emerges from the water, attacking a young one in the group. The water immediately churns with white foam amid the chaos. The young wildebeest thrashes desperately, but cannot escape the sharp teeth and immense strength of the predator. In the blink of an eye, the calf is dragged into the raging current, becoming the crocodile's brutal feast. The crocodile lies in wait beneath the water, camouflaged like a rock, patiently awaiting the chance to strike at the herd of antelopes crossing the river. It targets the weak, vulnerable young ones, always ready for the perfect moment. When the opportunity arrives, the crocodile suddenly surges forward, clamping down tightly on the young antelope's leg and neck. The antelope thrashes, sending water splashing into the air, but the predator is too strong. In an instant, the crocodile drags the prey underwater, ending the brutal attack. The crocodile suddenly lunges out of the water, clamping down precisely on the young antelope's neck. The entire herd of antelopes panics, scattering in all directions due to the unexpected attack. The young antelope, stunned, has no time to react to the crocodile's power. In the blink of an eye, the prey is dragged down to the river's deep, becoming the predator's meal. The crocodile suddenly crawls onto the shore, its cold eyes fixed on the unsuspecting antelope. In a lightning-fast strike, the crocodile clamps down on the antelope's neck, its sharp teeth sinking deep into the flesh. The antelope screams and struggles in desperation, but can't escape the deadly grip. The crocodile powerfully drags its prey into the swirling waters, where the deep river prepares to swallow the antelope in the violent whirlpool of the attack. Lions are among the most powerful predators on the savanna, with their striking golden manes, muscular bodies, and the strength of their pride. They often hunt in groups, coordinating closely to bring down large prey. While they dominate the land, lions must always be wary of the dangers lurking around them. However, when they approach the riverbank, they face crocodiles, ambush predators in the water, known for their sudden strikes and razor-sharp teeth. Despite being fierce warriors on land, lions must remain cautious when nearing the water, where a crocodile needs just one moment to turn the tables and transform even the mightiest prey into an easy meal. By the lake, a deer carcass lies at the water's edge, drawing the attention of both a pride of lions and a large crocodile. The crocodile crawls forward, clamping down on the carcass, but immediately the lions surround it, growling and baring their teeth in a threatening display. Despite the crocodile's strength, it realizes it can't compete with the entire pride on land. After a few moments of struggle, the crocodile reluctantly releases the deer, silently retreating into the water, leaving the lions to claim the remainder. In the murky river, a brave lioness faces off against a crocodile, determined not to back down. And the water behind her churns violently as the lioness hastily swims back to the shore, leaving the battle under the overwhelming power of the underwater predator. The massive hippopotamus carcass floats in the river, immediately attracting a hungry group of crocodiles fighting to tear it apart. From the shore, a pride of lions approaches, growling and trying to intimidate the crocodiles to take over the feast. A powerful male lion charges into the water, heading straight for the crocodiles in hopes of driving them away. However, the crocodiles remain unfazed, even thrashing their tails and opening their jaws in a threatening display. Realizing the dominance of the underwater predators, the lion quickly abandons its plan, turns around and retreats to the shore, leaving the crocodiles to continue their feast undisturbed. A lion accidentally spots a crocodile lying motionless in the grass by the river, with only its rough back exposed. Cautiously, the lion swipes its claws at the crocodile's body to test its reaction. Woken up, the crocodile immediately springs to life, opening its jaws in a threatening manner. But at that moment, the entire pride of lions charges in, surrounding the crocodile from all sides and attacking in unison. The crocodile tries to thrash its tail in resistance, but it cannot withstand the power and agility of the lions, suffering from repeated bites and swipes. Fortunately, in the chaos, the crocodile finds a gap and swiftly slithers towards the river's depths, narrowly escaping. Hippopotamuses are large mammals that primarily inhabit rivers and lakes across Africa. While they mainly graze on grass, they are notoriously aggressive, with bodies weighing several tons, wide mouths, and sharp canine teeth. Despite being herbivores, hippos don't hesitate to attack intruders, including crocodiles. Although crocodiles are expert ambush predators in the water, they often have to be cautious or avoid adult hippos due to the immense strength and danger posed by these territorial defenders. A group of crocodiles accidentally swims into the territory of a herd of over 30 hippopotamuses. As soon as they detect the intruders, the adult hippos immediately roar in anger and charge into the water at lightning speed. In the midst of the chaos, one unfortunate crocodile gets trapped in the middle of the herd's encirclement. The hippos seize the opportunity, rushing forward, hitting hard, clamping down, and launching the crocodile out of the water, creating a splash that turns the river white. The relentless attacks from dozens of massive bodies leave the crocodile with no chance to fight back, quickly overpowering it and turning it into a horrific feast for the hippos. A massive herd of hippopotamuses gathers by the riverbank, where a few crocodiles are basking in the sun, about to encroach on the hippo's territory. Instantly, the adult hippos open their mouths wide, showing their teeth, and emit threatening bellows that echo across the area. Not stopping there, the entire herd charges into the water, thrashing their tails fiercely and charging toward the crocodiles. Overpowered by the sheer strength and numbers of the hippos, the crocodile group has no choice but to retreat, swiftly diving into the water and moving away from the hippo's territory. The crocodile, with its sharp hunting instincts, wastes no time challenging a hippopotamus submerged in the water. It quickly closes in, waiting for an opportunity to strike. However, the hippopotamus, with its immense strength and territorial nature, isn't backing down. The battle intensifies, and now the crocodile faces the full force of the hippo's powerful attack. We just witnessed some unbelievable crocodile attack moments. If you're a fan of exciting wildlife stories and want to see more thrilling survival battles, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos on this amazing journey through nature. Crocodiles are large reptiles that live mainly in freshwater environments like rivers, lakes, and swamps. They're known for their sharp teeth, powerful bite, and deadly ambush tactics. With thick skin, long bodies, and strong swimming skills, crocodiles are among the most feared predators in the wild. But what happens when they pick the wrong fight? This video takes you into some of the strangest and most unexpected battles in the wild, where the hunter can quickly become the hunted. Get ready for a wild ride where strength and brutality rule. The anaconda is the silent giant of South America's swamps, capable of growing several meters long with a crushing grip strong enough to break bones. It has no venom, but that doesn't make it any less deadly. As a cold-blooded killer, it ambushes prey in the water and finishes them off with deadly coils. Its rival, the crocodile, is a master of ambush too, armed with razor-sharp teeth and a bite powerful enough to pierce thick, armor-like skin. When these two rulers of the water meet, it's more than just an encounter. It's a brutal fight for survival. From the riverbed, a massive anaconda silently slithers upward, its body gliding smoothly through the murky water. As it reaches the riverbank, it suddenly comes face to face with a waiting crocodile. Sensing danger, the snake immediately turns back, rushing into the water to escape. But the crocodile isn't letting it go. With a powerful swing of its tail, water explodes in all directions, and it charges after the fleeing prey at incredible speed. The chase between these two predators erupts in an instant, sending shock waves through the river. A young anaconda is quietly swimming along the river's edge, completely unaware it's being watched. Suddenly, from beneath the surface, a full-grown crocodile explodes upward with lightning speed, landing a powerful, precise bite on the snake's body. Taken by surprise, the young anaconda thrashes in desperation, trying to escape the razor-sharp teeth. But its small body is no match for the experienced predator. Within seconds, the snake is swallowed whole, ending a ruthless and cold-blooded hunt by the water's edge. From beneath the murky water, a giant anaconda suddenly bursts up, lunging straight for the crocodile's neck, hitting the weak spot just behind the head. Within seconds, the snake wraps its thick body tightly around its prey. On the damp riverbank, a fully grown anaconda slowly slithers forward when it suddenly comes face to face with an approaching crocodile. Both stop, locking eyes in tense silence. The anaconda flicks its tongue, sensing the air and assessing the threat. It quickly realizes the crocodile is a dangerous opponent. Choosing not to take the risk, the snake turns around and retreats swiftly into the nearby bushes, avoiding a fight that didn't need to happen. The hippopotamus is one of the largest and most dangerous animals in Africa, living mainly in rivers, lakes, and swamps. Despite its bulky appearance, it's extremely aggressive and will attack any intruder, even crocodiles. With jaws that can open up to 150 degrees and long, sharp tusks, a hippo can kill a crocodile with a single powerful bite. While crocodiles are expert ambush predators in the water, they tend to avoid conflict when faced with a full-grown hippo. In the wild, where only the strongest survive, a clash between a crocodile and a hippo is a battle of brute force versus survival instinct. From beneath the river, a massive hippo slowly emerges, each step heavy but deliberate. Spotting an intruder resting within its territory, the hippo opens its huge jaws, revealing sharp tusks, and lets out a deep, threatening growl. The crocodile lifts its head, alert and cautious, but facing the sheer size and presence of the hippo, a rival it dares not challenge on land, it has no choice. The croc quietly turns away and slips back into the water, retreating without a fight. On a muddy riverbank, an aggressive hippo suddenly charges at a resting crocodile. Without warning, it opens its massive jaws and bites down on the crocodile's tail, leaving the predator stunned. The croc quickly snaps back with a fierce bite, but this opponent isn't easily intimidated. Using its massive size and brute strength, the hippo pushes forward, forcing the crocodile into a defensive position. Overwhelmed, the crocodile has no choice but to slip back into the water, retreating from the confrontation. The crocodile clamps down on the young hippo's body and yanks it toward the riverbed. Not giving its prey a chance to fight back, it unleashes its signature move, the brutal death roll. The powerful twist sends water flying in all directions. Then, with one violent fling, the hippocalf is tossed into the air. Dazed and disoriented, it can no longer struggle. Just seconds later, the river grows calm again, and the crocodile has claimed its prize. In the river, a hippo charges at a crocodile, sending waves crashing in all directions. Without hesitation, it opens its massive jaws and bites down hard on the croc's body. A fierce struggle erupts in the muddy, churning water. Caught off guard by the hippo's overwhelming power, the crocodile thrashes, trying to escape. But the hippo's forceful shoves and crushing bites leave it stunned. Unable to fight back, the croc retreats to deeper, safer waters. Deer are gentle animals that live in herds and are often found in grasslands, open forests, or near rivers. With long, slender legs, they're incredibly agile and fast. But when they approach water to drink, they face a deadly threat: crocodiles. Hiding just beneath the surface, a crocodile can explode out of the water with shocking speed, clamping down on its prey and dragging it under in one brutal bite. In the wild, life for deer is a constant state of alert because one moment of carelessness can turn them into a meal for predators lurking in the still water. At a calm watering hole, a deer lowers its head to drink, unaware of the predator hiding beneath the floating plants. In an instant, a crocodile bursts from the water, clamping down on the deer's neck. The entire herd jolts in shock as water splashes everywhere. With a firm grip, the croc drags its prey straight into the water. The attack is over in seconds, quick, brutal, and merciless. A lone deer bends down to drink from a quiet watering hole, unaware of the danger lurking nearby. Suddenly, a crocodile bursts from the water, locking its jaws around the deer's neck, its most vulnerable spot. It drags the prey into the muddy river in seconds. The deer struggles desperately, trying to break free from the sharp teeth, but it's no use. Blow after blow drains its strength. Moments later, more crocodiles arrive, swarming in to share the kill. In a flash, the deer disappears beneath the surface, becoming a bloody meal for the river's ruthless predators. A deer lowers its head to drink from the river, completely unaware of the danger lurking just beneath the surface. Suddenly, a massive crocodile bursts out of the murky water, clamping down on the deer's leg and pulling hard. The deer panics and struggles, kicking up mud and water, but the croc's strength is overwhelming. In seconds, the deer is dragged into the swirling current, disappearing beneath the surface, another victim of the silent predator. Finally, we can't ignore the jaguar, a powerful predator that rules the dense rainforests of South America. With its golden coat marked by black rosettes, agile climbing skills, and strong swimming ability, the jaguar is one of the few big cats unafraid of water. In fact, it actively hunts in rivers, where crocodiles dominate. These reptiles rely on thick armor-like skin and a bone-crushing bite to ambush prey. But in rare face-offs between these two top predators, the jaguar can turn the tide with a single deadly bite to the skull, proving its dominance both on land and in water. The jaguar moves silently along the riverbank, each step quiet as the wind. Its cold eyes are locked onto a young crocodile hiding beneath thick layers of floating plants. When the perfect moment comes, the jaguar bolts like an arrow, sinking its teeth into the croc's neck with precision. The young crocodile has no time to react. After a few weak struggles, it goes limp under the predator's grip. Without hesitation, the jaguar picks up the body and carries it to shore. By the quiet riverbank, a jaguar silently moves in on his target, hiding beneath the still water. Each step is careful, but full of deadly intent. When it's just a few meters away and the crocodile still hasn't noticed, the jaguar leaps fast and powerful like a bolt of lightning. The noise startles a flock of herons nearby, sending them flying in all directions. Wasting no time, the jaguar grabs the croc and pins it down with its claws. In seconds, it drags the body to shore, ending the hunt. With silent, feather-light steps, the jaguar creeps toward its target. Its eyes lock onto a crocodile lying still by the stream, unaware of the danger closing in. When close enough, the jaguar explodes into action, biting straight into the croc's weak spot. The crocodile thrashes violently, splashing water everywhere, but it's too late. The jaguar's strength and precision give it the upper hand. After a short struggle, the croc runs out of energy and goes limp. The jaguar drags its prey onto the bank and begins its meal. Inside a quiet cave, a jaguar steps out and heads down a narrow path to a small stream for a drink. Suddenly, a young crocodile bursts from the clear water, launching a bold attack. The jaguar flinches for a second, but quickly regains control. With sharp instincts and raw power, it strikes back. In moments, the young croc is pinned down and taken out. The jaguar drags its prey away, turning a surprise ambush into an unexpected meal deep in the jungle. We just witnessed some unbelievable crocodile attack moments. If you're a fan of exciting wildlife stories and want to see more thrilling survival battles, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos on this amazing journey through nature.